Can't hear you.
Hey there, can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Are we the only ones?
So far, seems like that. Yeah.
Ah,
Hey Nancy, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Well, thank you. Good to see you. You
Good,
got a
you too.
you got a jungle or a pond behind you. I don't know which. But
Some lovely green. That's all I know.
all right, that's nice. That's nice. Um, I'll say this a little bit later. My computer just went out on me, and
ah.
s- and so um I'll be using my iPhone, so I won't get any kind of messages on the side, and I won't see everyone, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out.
You
We'll
will.
find out.
I see everyone.
Hey,
So
Megan.
I'm on my
it's real
phone.
narrow, right? It's real narrow. It's not covering my whole screen.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
It's
I,
real narrow.
okay. Maybe you can expand it somehow.
I don't know
Either do I, Joanne.
how. Okay,
Or Joan. Um,
I'm
uh,
joining.
yes. Yeah, so I don't know how to do whatever it is on your computer
Right.
there.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Hey there. How you doing, Kavita? You doing good? Can you hear me? Turn on your sound, Kavita. Susan, how you doing?
Good. How are you, Mark?
Well, good to see you here. Thanks for being here.
Good to see you.
Hi.
Hi, Kavita.
Hi.
All right. As I expressed, and I'll say it again too, that I'm on my phone, so I don't get to see any messages. And my computer went out on me just about 10 minutes ago. So
I'm going to hit a button. If I lose you, I'll try and
just
come
come,
back.
it would just come on back in. No problem. Same
All right.
link.
Okay.
All right.
All right. That's
And
better.
Good. Elizabeth, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Aria says hi.
Hey, Aria, wherever you are at home there. All righty. And admit, whoever that is. All right. We have a few people coming in, which is fantastic. Hey, Megan. Good to
Hi,
see you.
good to
Hi.
see you.
You too. It's been a
It's
long,
it
long time.
it has been a long time.
Oh my goodness. How many years has it been?
I was thinking maybe about two
Okay. Is
two
that all?
years, maybe three. Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. Great for you to be here. I appreciate that.
Yeah, good to see you.
And Ruth is here, and Joanne, and all right, let's see who else comes on in. Fantastic. And we got Deanne. Hey, how are you, Deanne? Good to
Hi,
see.
I'm good. I'm new here. It's my first
Yeah.
time attending one
Oh,
of these.
fantastic. Welcome. It's so nice for you to be here.
Thank you so much.
What area of the country do you live in?
I currently live in New Mexico, around Santa
Oh my
Fe.
gosh. How did you hear about us?
Aria Norman
Okay.
told me about you.
Okay. Oh,
Mhm.
fantastic. Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. And we got someone else here from Aria too. And
Nice.
yeah. And let's see who else is here. We got Susan. Yay. How you doing, Susan? Can you hear us? Turn on your
Good.
mic
Yeah,
if you're there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can
okay.
hear you.
What part of the country are you from?
I'm in Colorado.
Oh,
Woohoo.
okay. All right. Fantastic. All right. Just moved from there, as you probably know.
Yes.
All right. All right. Fantastic. And let's see, no one else is coming in yet. So we got a nice little group. This is fantastic. So, introduce myself. My name is Mark Earlix, and I am a healer by the grace of God. This is all that I do in my life. And I see people by appointments. Either they come and visit with me, or let's see, you can do not Skype anymore, but you can do because Microsoft is ending that. But you can do FaceTime. You can do FaceTime or telephone or Zoom. And the appointments are appointments. I do a 20-minute appointment or I do up to an hour appointment, up to 20 minutes or up to an hour. And most people tell me that they're pretty dynamic. I work with what I refer to as light. Light is my gift, my goal, and my tool, but we all have it. And we all have the capability of functioning with it. And I am better at it than most people in the world because I practice it more. No difference. And some people say, oh, you got a direct connect with God. We all do. And, I just totally believe that. I've seen 25 to 35,000 people over the years and taught. I still function that way. I do individual apprentice trainings when they come to see me or groups. It doesn't matter. I just came back from Wisconsin a couple weeks ago. I did and I did a 1-day workshop. They sponsored me out there, and hopefully I'll be going back in June. That's going to be set up. Yay! I hear you. And it was just packed. All the events were packed. The appointments, the workshop, and the healing circle. Just totally unbelievable. It was great. I loved it. And I got to do
So
a
did
show.
you-
I got to do a show and tell of what I do at the healing circle, and then a lot of people, a lot more people sign up for the workshop and for the appointments. And let's see what else. I don't know what else. I have on my website. I have a donation button, a gifting tab, I should say. It's on. I believe now the new webmaster has put it on the right side. And please feel free to give from your heart. It helps. It helps a lot. It helps us, and it also helps me to work with people who don't have very much in life. And I do feed a family. And let's see, if anyone's into gifting, my computer just went out. I'm going to need a new one. It's going to run about $1,500. It went out 15 minutes ago, and it just went dead. And so in any case, I got that. And let's see, I see people all the time. I just moved 2 days ago, a whole house full of stuff into an 1,100 square foot place. So there's boxes everywhere. But I'm still seeing people. I'm a diehard with that. I made a space to do that. Other than that,
Are you in Scottsdale?
yes, I'm only a
Yeah.
mile away from where you saw me at that church.
Yeah.
And let's see what else. I have a little office space at the church. They give me a space there I rent out. They rent it out to me. So if anyone can't make 2 floors up, I'm on the second floor, 14 steps. So whoever can't see me here will see me there. And any questions, any comments, anything, please, I'll try to answer.
Is this a
Uh,
new time for Healing Circle now?
no, it's 6:30. Arizona does not change time.
Oh, okay.
And
So,
yeah, we're one of the diehards, us and Hawaii. And I think it's Hawaii. No, it's some other place. I can't remember where. It might be Hawaii. But we're the one of the two, I think, that don't change time ever. And let's see. Any questions or comments? Please, anything, anyone. If anyone's interested in an appointment, give me a call, give me a shout out, I'll get you in. How you doing, Val?
I'm doing okay. I'm just here. I'm curious. I've been on a journey of healing. So
Awesome.
yeah.
What part of the country are you from?
I live west of Chicago.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. Fantastic. Um, let's see. Everyone else, I pretty much know where you're from, I think. But in any case, we got people from all over the country. I love it. And um, please, any questions at all, try to stump me about healing, intuition, about me, my life, or what I do, how I do it, anything, please.
This is my first time here, so I don't know anything.
Oh, good. Either do I. And honest to God, I really don't. And I pretty much rely on the old man or woman upstairs. And I just say, okay, boss, take over. And many, many years ago, when I was in an order, Gnostic order, and I still am with the same people, the group of people. There's two of
What
them
kind
that
of order?
a Gnostic.
Oh, okay.
Gnostic. Gnosticism means to learn about the divinity within.
Yeah.
And uh, after my novice training, I got sent to Fort Worth, and I started using what I had experienced being a novice in one day. And then in Fort Worth, I just went out trying it, what we call healing.
And
And
how does that compare to Unity, for instance? I attend Unity Church.
yeah,
I don't know if
uh,
you're familiar with that.
yeah, this is, yes, I am very much. I teach, I've taught at many, many Unity churches around the country. I was invited to teach there, and I'm going to
Mhm.
start contacting them again to do more teaching with them. But Unity is very public. The order I was in was non-public, non-denominational, non-sectarian, and it had a lot of inner teachings within it, which started me on my path. And I'm just, I go deep within myself. That's what they teach
Mhm.
uh, in my order. The order itself is dead, but the people are still pretty much together.
Mhm.
And so I used to practice and play with healing when after I had an experience, a 5.5 hour experience. I won't tell you the whole story, but for another time. And so I kept coming home every day from going to my job. I kept coming home every single day, sick from people that I worked with, and getting sicker and sicker and sicker. And every single day I got home, my teacher would be at the front door waiting for me and say, "What the hell happened to you, Brother Mark?" And I tell him this great story of healing. And he gave me grapefruit juice, and he told me to go to bed. And uh, so I kept getting so sick every single day after doing this for 3 months that I didn't think that I was actually going to live anymore. My body was just deteriorating, and my psyche was shot. My physical being was just shot. And every single day, it would tell me, as soon as I walked the door, "What the hell happened to you, Brother Mark?" And I tell him this great story. And I figured one day I can't do this anymore because I'm dying. And I literally felt that way. My energy level was just depleted in life. I wasn't able to function physically, emotionally, mentally, anything. And then he'd always say to me, "When you going to learn, Brother Mark? When you going to learn?" And he sent me to bed with the grapefruit juice. And so one day I decided I can't do this anymore. And so I was on my way to work, and he kicked me out. He said, "Get to work." And I did. And on the bus, I decided I'm never going to do this again. And if this is what they call God, take it. I don't want it anymore. If this is supposedly one of those gifts or something. And so I got to work, and there was a bunch of, I worked at a Bonanza restaurant, uh, flipping hamburgers and bussing and you name it. And so every single day that I went there, they would cheer, "Earlix is here, Earlix is here." And they'd bring someone who's really sick. Well, this time they brought this elderly lady who had this massive, massive migraine. And and she told me she had this migraine, and I saw a contortion in her face that she was suffering. So my immediate reaction was, "Sit her down," and they did. And everyone's cheering, "Go, Alex, go!" And because they were so used to seeing this magic show. And then I put my hands on her head most immediately, and I started to work with her, and as soon as I did, I said, "No, I can't do this. I'm going to get this migraine. I can't handle it. It would kill me, and it would literally destroy me." So here I am, thinking I'm going to get so sick. I'm going to get this migraine. It's going to literally devastate me. Then I pictured to myself, okay, if this is what the people in the order are calling God, then God, you get this migraine. And then I kept chanting within myself. I'm picturing God in this chant that I'm having. God, get this migraine. I kept watching God get this pounding migraine. Then I wasn't. And then I got my indicators, and within, say, 30 seconds that it was done, and I took my hands off, and she was smiling. She's, "Oh, thank you, thank you." And I'm realizing, oh my God, I didn't get the migraine. It was the first time in 3 months of playing with all this stuff, working every single day with someone, that I didn't get sick. And ever since then, I've never gotten sick
Hmm.
from working with anyone or doing anything, whatever. And so I just
So
don't
when
believe
did you realize you had this gift?
it was in the order. It came to me my first day in. I was told to kneel before a Mary shrine, and I didn't know what a Mary shrine was. I didn't know what prayer was. I didn't know what spirituality was. I didn't know anything. And so I'm kneeling there, and this is the first part of the story. So I'm kneeling there, and no one else was in the chapel. It's just a bunch of candles and icons on the wall. And I started getting tired, so I slowly put down my head. And as I did, and I was conscious during this time, and as I did put down my head, saw myself in what looked like a maze that went all around me, and it went on forever on each side and in the back, everywhere in the front of me. And then I found myself inside the maze somewhere. Ah, send a voicemail. And then I found myself somewhere in the maze in this little grassy knoll area. And to my right was a monistic structure, handmade stone structure, and there was a ramp door on it, and it started to come down. But to my left, there was a forest that was dark and lush and green, and you couldn't see into it. It was so beautiful and dark. And there was a road that led into the monistic structure, that led into the forested area, into the alcove that went into it. And next to me was a park bench that looked like the old Chicago park benches with the green slats of wood and ornate wrought iron. And the ramp door came all the way down, and a procession of 40 monks came out in a row in 4 rows, and 10 long. They all had their hoods on their heads, their arms in their sleeves, their robes past their feet. You couldn't see their faces. And they all started to go into that alcove. And the third row deep, uh, the last section, a monk stepped out, took his arms out of his sleeve, hood back, and walked up to me and introduced himself to me, told me his name. And he started talking to me about healing, and uh, he asked me questions to draw stuff out of me, and I asked him questions for more information. And then excuse me, and then the procession came back, and he went back into his place, and the ramp door went up to this monistic type structure. Then someone tapped me on the shoulder, and I swung my head around physically, and there was this funky looking dude that was there. He said, "I'm sorry, I'm late. I'm here to pick you up and get you something to eat." And I was in California, and my first day there in this order, even in California. And so we got outside, and it was dark out, and I looked at my watch. I had been in there for 5.5 hours. So that was the beginning of everything. uh I hope that makes sense.
So how were you attracted to that place, or what
i
what
was
made
i
you?
was I was in very dire straits in my life. and physically, mentally. I just gotten back from Vietnam, not
Uh-huh.
too earlier, not too much before that, and I was in pretty dire straits in my life. So I met a couple people. They introduced me to it,
Mhm,
and without telling me anything about it, and that was it.
mhm.
Interesting for my life, and
Very interesting.
so. Any case, good questions. Any other questions or comments before we start here? Got a nice group of people. Please, anything I can try to answer.
I have a question.
Please.
Uh, I'm just curious your thoughts on outside of doing like the actual energy work or healing with energy, how important it is to have like the other, I don't know, like prongs of the wheel, if you will, like things like diet and getting good sleep and, like the other supporting mechanisms that will keep you
Yeah,
functioning well, because I'm like, I
I
feel
hear
like
you.
I've known some people who get energy healing, but then they might have other habits that are like causing their health problem or whatever it is. And then they'll just keep getting energy
Sure,
healings, but it's like,
that's a multi-pronged question.
yeah.
To answer an aspect of that,
Mhm.
um, some people need those things, which is fine. There's nothing incorrect. Me, I need almond M&Ms and coffee. And I don't exercise. I don't, I should, and I should eat better, but I love what I do, and I love the foods that I eat, and God hasn't stricken me with lightning yet. So I'm here, and some people. I remember in the old days, people used to come for their appointments with pagers on, and they say, "Oh, man!" Before I started working with them, they say, "Oh, I got my pager on. Let me take it off. I don't want the electromagnetic fields interfering or all this other stuff." And I say, "You think God cares?" So that's where I come from, and the junk food companies would love to have me do commercials for them. And so, uh, I mean, that's my life, uh, and I'm still here. And I remember a couple weeks ago, what was it? I got a headache and I had to get rid of it. And sometimes in the past, I've gotten and sometimes in the past I've gotten diseases, and I'm on my last leg, and I say, okay, God, what are you going to do about this? Take my life now. And sometimes I'll hear a chuckle as something in my head starts to trail away, and or it'll be gone by that night or the next day generally. So I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
uh,
Thanks for giving your perspective.
my perspective exactly. Yeah, and everyone has a different perspective. No one is incorrect. No one is incorrect. Everyone has what's for them and what they need to go through in their life, just like me. You know. So, uh, good question. You know, any other questions before we rock and roll here, or boogie? Anything? Try to stump me, please. I would love it. I'll give you my perspective of stuff. The world according to Gart Mark and my perceptions. Anything, please. Elizabeth, anything?
No, but I thought I would comment that like the very first time I came to Circle with you, I had this wild experience, and I thought it was because I was recouping from surgery, but uh, I had maybe it wasn't the very first time. I don't know. There was some kind of a. It was like maybe the first time you did a blessing. I had this feeling like that I was being like rushing forward into Mary. So it's funny that you mentioned that happened in a Mary chapel. I felt like whoosh, and I'm, a Jewish witch, so like the thought, what am I doing here? But that's what I thought after. But when it was happening, it just took my breath away. It was just like, pure, like a blast of white light. It was really cool. So thank you for sharing the Mary part of the Mary
Yeah.
chapel part of your
Yeah.
story.
I'm not religious. I do believe in God. That's all I believe in. And uh,
Yeah.
Mary and all of them, whatever you believe in, it's a part of that. And I don't pronounce any other religion. They're all correct for the peoples that are participating in that religion. There's no right or wrong or good or bad in the mind of what I call the divinity, the godliness within the higher consciousness, the nameless one, whatever you want to call it, God. It doesn't. I use the word term God. Other times I use other terms, but it's God for me in my life. That's what I learned, and I'm a diehard in that for me. I always go back to it and understand that I don't diagnose, I don't prescribe, and I don't tell anyone they're healed. I let people tell me what's happened with them since, and it's been that way ever since day one, over 48 years ago. So uh, I'm pretty open, but at the same time, if I should see something, I'll share it with you if it's appropriate and for the time or what we're doing. I'm not a dime store prophet, and I don't want to be a psychic or anything like that. I let other people do that. Other people are better at it than I am. Sometimes I'll be it's things are shown to me as a seer, and I'm fine with that, but not always. And but if I do see something, I'll share it in conversation with people. Um, I won't say, "Oh, I see something," whatever. I'll just share it in conversation, like a normal human being, because I am one, just like everyone else. I hope. I pray to God I am. I did stub my toe the other day as well, and uh, and that got better, thank God. And so, any case, um, thanks for sharing that, Elizabeth. I appreciate that.
I do have a question. Do you
Okay,
have do you have a healer?
God,
God.
Mary, Mary. Sometimes there'll be intercessions by the angelics, various ones. Names I've never. There's one that's been with me for 48 years, and I don't know who in the hell it is, but I never asked. I never cared to. But they seem to, be the main voice within myself. So, um,
Thank
uh,
you. Thanks.
sure.
Thanks. By the way, Nay is my friend. Nay came, Nay Sal, who you see here.
Oh.
You just let in. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Oh, I can't see everyone on the phone. Awesome. All right, cool. Yeah, all right, thanks. Thanks for referring people too. I really appreciate that. And again, if anyone's interested in appointments, at any time, let me know. The 20 minutes or the up to 20 minutes or up to an hour. The hour one, we get into a lot more stuff. And I won't do emotional here. I do only do emotional in working with people in private sessions. So, and I'll also, if anyone's interested in so-called spiritual stuff, I'd love to do a session with that as well, or physical, biological, neurological, or whatever disease states, or the emotional as well. All right. One last chance. Any final questions? And that's it. I won't ask it that anymore. Please. All right. I'm on my phone for those who came in a little bit later. My computer went out about 20 minutes ago, and it's dead for some reason, and my whole life is on it. So, um, and please do feel free to use the gifting tab on my website, markearlix.com. And it's we utilize it, or I utilize it also to feed people and to keep us going. All right. First, Kavita, anything in particular, my dear? Good to see you here.
No, nothing, nothing new. After my session with you, I do feel a little bit better.
Good.
My eyes are definitely getting better. And
Excellent.
yeah, just
I'm
still
so
struggling with my ears. The tinnitus is just brutal.
did, did I ever tell you about the exercise of
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah, I've been
And have
doing that. Yeah.
good. Do you notice a difference with that?
I noticed the sound going to the right ear when I try that, but it's not diminishing. The left ear is just roaring. I don't know. It comes back and
Yeah.
I don't know what
What
to
you
do
might
about it.
want to do is force the right ear sound into the left.
Oh,
Fo-
yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And force it and see what happens. And it'll only be for a split second or for maybe 2 seconds, and then it'll be prominent again in the other ear, in your left ear. But force it to the right, and then do that several times,
Okay.
and see if that starts to make a difference. And what I like to do though is work with you a little bit. You may notice something happening. Did you notice anything happening, hon?
Um, the
Peek at
sound
it.
in my left ear, the loud sound went down a little bit.
Good. Good. Let's see what happens, what transpires from that, hon.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Ruth, my dear friend. Hey, how are you?
Hi, Mark. By the way, just an aside, have you tried laying hands on the computer? Because I think that is beneficial. No, seriously.
Seriously, a couple weeks ago, I have I knew this was going to be happening, and there's no rebuttal.
So you backed up the computer and just
Oh
kidding.
God.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. In any case, how you
Yeah.
doing, my friend?
Um, I am still having some issues with digestion and elimination. So
All right.
if you could work on that area of the body, that would be awesome.
Yes. Right. All right. All right, Ruth.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And everyone, please do keep me updated. I'd really appreciate it. All right. And Val, hey, hey you. Hey, talk to me. Anything in particular you would like me to work with? Anything. And be candid.
My
Not
mind.
not emotional here, but anything else in your body from your toes to your head.
I'd say my neck and shoulders. A lot of stress.
Why do you have stress?
No, it's a whole book.
Okay. All right. Is there any I'll do one thing here. Is there any one thing that you can just quickly mention in 1 or 2 words that's a major stress in your life? Just one.
Narcissist, narcissistic abuse.
Okay, I understand that. All right. Now, close your eyes and keep them closed until I say open them, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, picture the narcissistic abuse. Picture it. Watch it happen. And in one word or two words only, tell me how that feels. Just one word or two word only.
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Picture yourself in narcissistic abuse. In one word or two words only, how does that feel?
Overwhelm.
Okay. Picture the overwhelmed. Really feel it and tell me when you can feel it. You had it there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, picture without it. Look at yourself imagining, use your imagination, not in narcissistic abuse, not in overwhelmed. What would it look like if you didn't have it? What would it feel like? One word or two words only.
Freedom
Okay, good,
and
good.
calm.
Okay, that's perfect. Now, take a look at the overwhelmed by narcissistic abuse. Take a look at that. How does that look now compared to before? Try to
Not
picture it.
not as
Go ahead.
heavy.
Good. Don't question. Be sure in what you're saying.
Not as heavy.
Good. Now picture yourself in the freedom. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now open up your eyes and picture yourself in the overwhelmed again. What does that look like?
I don't see it.
Damn. See what happens in your life now. See what happens in your life. Blessings
you.
to you.
Thank you.
Finding your own now. Just might be happening. All
Thank you.
right. All right. Let's go to, let's see who's here. Deanna. Hey, you.
Hi.
Anything in particular, from toes all the way up to your head?
Mm, I guess I'll just say for now digestive issues.
Okay. Okay, that's fine, hon. That's fine. I just want to say that I work with more. This is to promote my horrible, what other people call my horrible diet and lifestyle. But I work with more people that are into health foods and do exercises. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But let's see what transpires. Okay, hon? All
Thank you.
right. Oh, thank you. I appreciate your being here. All right. Naisai. Uh Naisai. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names. Hi. Can you hear me? Is your mic on? Are you there? Turn on your mic. It's lower left-hand corner if you're on a computer or laptop or whatever. And all right, we'll come back to you in a minute.
Okay. Can
Oh,
you
there
hear
you
me?
are. Yes, sure. Hi.
Hi.
What part of the country are you from?
I'm in New York.
Oh my goodness. Welcome.
Thank you.
Anything in particular you'd like me to work with, hon?
Well, right now I'm having digestive issues due to medication that they're giving me for stage 4 cancer.
Okay. And all right. And how long have you been on the doing the heavy meds?
They just kind of started me on this one about a month ago. Well, no, about 3 weeks ago.
Okay. All right. And I'd love to work with you. All right. How do you feel, hon?
I definitely feel calmer, but I did feel like a kind of bubbly calming in my stomach.
Okay. Let's see what this leads into, okay? And tonight, remember the calm that you experienced, okay, hon?
All
And
right.
keep remembering that, and it'll keep coming upon you again and again and again.
Thank you.
My honor, my pleasure. Elizabeth, yay! Anything in particular, my dear?
Not me, just my son, Brian, who's still recuperating from the jaw surgery. By the way, he's doing much better. Yeah, he's able to talk a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's quickly healing.
Yeah, I think he's gonna defy all odds, but we're still doing all liquids here.
Liquids and applesauce or whatever.
But no soft food, no nothing. Yeah, just
Really?
a lot of shakes. Yeah, he's got some kind of a splint in his mouth, and it's all four bones were broken. But anyways, has a splint, so he has to stick a tube in his mouth to drink. But he was able to
Oh,
sip from a cup for the first time in 2 weeks. So
good, good.
I
He's going to quickly heal. Let me work with him.
agree.
He's going to at some point say, he's going to open his mouth wide and go like this a little bit and say, "Whoa, hey, mom."
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, he's going to be defying all expectations by the doctors. So
Awesome. Yeah, he sees them tomorrow. He sees the surgeons tomorrow. So looking forward to hearing what they say. Yeah.
that's awesome. I love it. Absolutely love it. All right. And let's see here. Susan, anything in particular, my dear friend?
Mark, yeah, I'm dealing with a lot of headaches and migraines recently. I think it might be a food allergy, so I'm trying to do an elimination diet, but I think I might have eaten something today that triggered another headache.
Oh, all right. Are you sure that you did eat something that triggered it?
I'm not certain. I think that dairy and cheese and things like that may be a trigger, but I don't know
Potentially.
for sure.
All right. All right. Let me work with you, hon. And do you have a headache now?
Yeah.
All right. Can you feel something happening?
I'm not detecting anything major just yet.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Move your head around a little bit and tell me if you notice any difference, the same or worse or better. You tell me, hon.
Yeah, I would say either the same or a little bit better. I get a lot of pain on the left side, the left temple, and there's a slight reduction in pain on the left side.
Okay. All right. And don't be disappointed if there isn't an immediate response from the body for these things. There's many people that tell me immediately something's happened. Another bunch of people, a group of people will tell me, oh, 5 minutes later, 20 minutes later, something happened. And other people with a lot of stuff, they'll say, I was walking down the street 2 weeks or 2 months later, and I don't know where it went. It was gone. I realized I used to have this, whatever it was, and it's no longer there. So I let people, you know, uh, uh, go through what they need to go through, and everything is fine. Everything is fine. Um, and as Deanna, as far as um, the neck and the shoulders, um, we went to a cause that was causing stress. So it'll naturally uh, 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 turn into less of that you're experiencing in the neck and shoulders. Okay, does that make sense, hon?
Are you talking to me or?
I'm talking to Deanna.
Oh, Deanna.
Yes.
My thing was the digestive stuff. I don't know, was
Oh,
it Susan
digestive.
that you were just talking to?
Was it Bell that had the neck and shoulders?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That will. Do you notice any difference yet? And be candid with me. It's about the
No.
same. Okay. Let's see what happens uh from what we worked with, because that was a main cause that initiated like the bruise in your life.
Mhm.
So we'll see what happens from that. All right.
Thank you.
Sure. Nancy,
Hey,
hey you.
hey. Um, I've been working like a dog in my house. My roommate has been in the hospital for 10 days and now needs to be handicapped accessible. So I've been working on my house. So anyway,
Cool.
my low back, my whole hip girdle it's seizes, it freezes up when after so many hours of work. So that's, and my knees too, but my whole girdle. Like the first few days I was okay, but the last few days I couldn't move. Like I had to take a Flexeril, a cyclobenzaprine, to get the
Yeah, I
muscles
don't
to
know.
stop spasming.
Okay. All righty. Another thing that you might want to do is, do you do tonic water?
No,
Ever do it? Would you be willing to try it?
I don't know. It tastes horrible. What's good that you
I
like in
know.
it?
Uh, if you go get Schweppes or Canada Dry tonic water, and just right at the very beginning of a leg spasm or a calf spasm, if you were to drink about this much of it, say a quarter of a glass or a third of a glass,
Uh-huh.
within a couple minutes, supposedly it takes away the spasm.
Is it the
And
salt that's in there?
no, it's
What's
the
in there?
quinine. It's the
Oh,
quinine.
okay. Okay.
Don't get the diet stuff. Get the good stuff, with the
Okay.
sugar.
All
And
right. Thank you.
sure. And but let me work with your hip area.
Thank you.
Feel something happening there?
My whole body's pulsating, and my tinnitus, which is often pulsatile, is profound, and it's like it's settled. My tinnitus
Okay.
has settled.
And what about your hips?
There seem to be, I'm feeling a fullness.
All right. Do you notice any did you notice any sensation happening in your hip area?
Mm,
And it's okay if you didn't. It doesn't mean that nothing's happened.
yeah. No, just the pulsating like everywhere, including
Okay.
my head.
Let's
And
see
it
what happens from this.
sort of feels like a melting.
Okay. Let's see what transpires from this.
Thank you.
My honor, as
Thank
always.
you.
Blessings. Um, is there anyone that I hadn't worked with yet? Please feel free.
Me, Mark.
All right, young lady. Hey, Megan.
Hey,
Hey, good to see you.
good to see you.
And you said it's been a couple years. That's all? God,
Oh,
it seems so much longer.
yeah, it does seem longer, but I would say about 2 years.
Wonderful.
Yeah, but
Wonderful.
to see you. Um, Speaking of seeing, I have a issue in my eye. It's really
Your
red.
left eye?
Yeah, I'm showing it to you right now.
That's your left eye.
Yeah, and it's really red, and it started to heal. And then on Monday morning, I woke up and it was really bad again. And so, sometimes, well, it's been a little sore too. And so it's kind of strange. I have had broken blood vessels in the past.
Yes.
Um, so I'm familiar with that, but um, it's just been bothering me. Um,
Have you seen a doctor about that, an optometrist?
Not yet, but I
Okay,
have an appointment on Thursday.
good, good. And what they'll probably do is give something for infection. Uh,
That's what he said.
I'm sorry.
That's what he alluded to when
Okay,
I sent him an email because I wasn't sure if it was an emergency and if maybe I should go to urgent care. And he said that if I wasn't losing vision or as signs of infection, that it wasn't an emergency.
okay, good. All right, good. All right, so I want to work with that and see if we can uh, do some of the causes of this damn thing.
Hey, thank you.
My right, your left. I'm dyslexic, so
Yes, you're right.
there. Now, all right. Uh, I don't know what to say. So
Okay.
I'm wordless. I'm wordless. Very, very good to see you again. It's an honor.
Can I quickly give a shout out to my very special sister for a birthday blessing? Her birthday is tomorrow.
What's her first name again?
Um, I'm not gonna announce.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, I know. I know.
Okay, thank you.
I want to ask a blessing on her. Done.
Thank
You rock. When you
you.
guys, are you part of the Colorado group still?
Yeah,
Church?
yes.
When you
Yeah.
guys going to have me again?
Well, I was just thinking about that actually because we need to do some fundraising. So I was gonna see if maybe you might be interested in doing a helping us do some fundraising for our women's retreat, and you could do it from Zoom, so maybe we can talk offline about it.
Would love to.
Okay.
I've been waiting for Colorado. You're the one. So
Yeah, so Unity, they're doing so well. They're
good.
just they're bouncing back. So I think it's a good crossroad time.
All right. I am so looking forward.
Okay. Thank you,
And
Mark.
now, um, who was the one that I worked with? I have no short-term memory, and it's been this way all my life. And so, who was the one that I worked with the narcissistic?
That was me, Valerie.
Oh, Val. Okay, good, good, good. Close your eyes for a second and tell me if you can see yourself in feeling what you were feeling with the narcissistic and the abusive.
No, I'm not
You can't
focused on.
picture it.
No.
I love it. But, yeah. All
Thank
right.
you.
My honor. Totally. Wait do you see what happens. All right. So, um, let's see. Any other final questions or comments,
Mark,
please?
Mark, this
Yes.
is Joanne. This is Joanne.
Oh, Joanne, hey, how are you? Okay, talk to me. There's the upper group. All right.
Let's see. Okay, so I'm supposed to have surgery on my knee, of course, my right knee. And I keep putting it off. This has been going on for over 5 years. And so I have bone on bone, and I've given up activities as a result of it. You know, I don't do things that I really want to do because of this knee. And I keep thinking I can heal this knee, and it's bone on bone. It's thrown off my gait, and by throwing off my gait, it has affected my back. So I've got like nerves
Sure.
always running down my
Yeah, I understand.
right knee and into my feet, and
Okay.
and there's this part of me that just says I can heal this. I believe I can get this healed without surgery. I live alone, so that's a huge factor of not
Mhm.
wanting to figure out how I'm even going to get to the doctors. I suppose some person could take me to a surgery, but there's no
Okay.
family member to sit with me. And it just feels overwhelming coming home to an empty house and the doctors say, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You've got to arrange for care. And I don't know how to go
Okay.
about
I
taking
can't
care of
fill your
me.
house. I can't
No.
fill your house.
But,
But
mhm.
that I don't do. But unless you feed me and you're a good cook. But
I'm a good cook. I'm a good housekeeper, dude. I'm a
All
good
right.
person.
All right. Now, you want me to what I've seen happen through experience. I'm not going to make any claims to diagnose or
Sure.
prescribe it. I don't do that. But what I've seen happen and people have told me has happened who's had bone on bone.
Yeah.
They tell me they get a relief until they can get something taken care of in their life. And I've had that experience, people telling me before. I've also had some people tell me that they no longer needed whatever their bone on bone situation was. And so I don't know. It's all in God's providence. I don't snap a finger and, that's it. Or make a wish. I present it to what I call the divinity within. I say, okay, boss, what are you going to do about this? And
Mhm.
it knows what to do according to a person's life.
I believe
And,
that.
and doctors are by God as well. So I don't want to poo-poo them, though some
Yeah.
need to learn how to be doctors. And which is another story. But there's some really good ones out there.
Mhm.
And so they're by God, hospitals are by God. It wouldn't exist otherwise.
Mhm.
So what I'll do is I'll work with the knee and let's see if we can help it in any of those ways. Okay, hon?
Yes, I know. I know what you're talking about. To me, it's about moving forward.
All right. All right. Whatever that is for each
Whatever,
person.
whatever,
Yeah, for each person is unique.
whatever.
I've already started to feel life force flowing through. That's through the tissues and
Mhm.
blood. And there. And there. Can you bend your knee and tell me if you notice any difference or move it around or something? And be candid, please.
Yeah. Well, right now I'm not feeling a bunch of nerves running down my leg, which is good because it comes from my back, I think, because the gait is off.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's turned sideways.
Okay. Now, can you fold and unfold your knee and
Yeah.
tell me if it's any different than what it was before? And be candid, please, or step on it or
Yeah,
something.
I can't really tell. What I can tell is when I stand up,
Okay.
if I stand but I have to stand for maybe 2 or 3 minutes and then I can
Okay.
notice.
All right. Let's see if there's anything that's
Yeah.
different.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark.
My honor. My
Thank you.
pleasure.
My pleasure
Uh,
too.
Ruth, anything, hon? Okay. Elizabeth? Nothing? All right. Megan, anything, hon?
We'll see. I think tomorrow my eye's gonna be much better. I could
Let's,
feel flow, the healing flow coming through.
all
Mm.
right. Let's see what transpires. But definitely go to the optometrist, nothing incorrect about that. Or
Yeah.
ups. Okay. And definitely, yeah. And let's talk,
Oh,
when you're let me know, text me when you're ready. Do you have my number?
definitely.
Okay, good.
Uh, in about a week or so.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Thank you.
And oh, my honor. Thank you. And Kavita, anything in particular, my dear? Any questions, comments? Or can you tell if anything's different, Kavita? Turn on your mic. Can you hear me, Kavita? All right. Let's go to
She's sleep.
Val. Yeah, maybe. Val, anything different? Do you feel any different, hon? Just curious.
I'd say the same right now.
Okay. L- Let's see what happens, what transpires from what we worked with,
Thank you.
because that was the causal, hon, of what was already there of a potential bruise in your life with the shoulders and the neck. All
Thank
right.
you.
And let's go to, oh God, I can't even see with glasses. And Nacille, anything in particular? How you feeling, hon? Do you notice a difference? It's the same, worse, better, what?
I probably won't be able to tell till tomorrow.
Okay,
Right
that's
now
fine.
I don't feel anything. I won't know how much different it'll be until probably tomorrow, but I did feel like a sensation in the stomach as you were
Okay.
finishing.
All right, good. That's life force flowing through. And, it's just like uh, when something begins to transpire, uh, it's not always all at once. Sometimes it is, but it may take an adaptation to something greater. And that's the way any healing works, really.
Yeah.
Uh, sometimes it's immediate, or oftentimes, and other times it's whatever. It's a progression. So let's see what
Right.
happens. And I know
Thank
many of
you.
people, oh, my honor. And I know many of people, they say, well, I won't know until the next day. And that's fine. Some it works immediately, and most people, for those type of people that they know that they feel it the next day, that's when they'll feel it, or start to experience something changing in their life with that, with whatever distress. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. And Nancy, you doing okay, hon?
Doing all right. It feels kind of like a brick, so I'm anxious to get up out of the seat.
All right, and see
And
what happens with the body, the adaptation, and definitely do the quinine,
Okay,
uh,
thanks.
the tonic water quinine, Schweppes or Canada Dry. Just about
Thank
that
you.
much. Whenever you start to get a cramp, you'll see that in your lower part of your body, especially your calf muscles, whatever, or your thighs, it'll most likely immediately diminish it.
Thank you.
All right. And Deanna, you doing okay, hon?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, I felt something during like while you were working with me, and then right now I can't, tell anything in particular. Uh,
Okay.
yeah,
That's fine. That's fine. Never the end of the story. So let's see what transpires.
thank you.
And but thank you. I appreciate your being here. And Susan, Anything in particular, my dear, that you might have experienced or whatever?
You know, it's still about the same level of pain, so I haven't noticed anything yet, but we'll see.
All right. Oh, let me do one more thing, real briefly, Susan. All right, let's see what happens. What transpires.
Great. Thanks, Mark.
Oh, my honor. My total honor. Boy, this was a tough group of cookies tonight. So, so let's see what happens. Everyone, please, next week, as you might experience something pretty neat in your lives, let's find out. And do keep me updated. Let me know. You can write me a short thing of what it was before and what's happened since, if you want, and keep me updated, uh, or whatever. Thank you so much for being here. I'm honored, and I can't wait to hear from people.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you all.
Thank
Thank
you.
Enjoy.
Everyone.
Have fun, everyone.
Everybody.